History is strewn with legends, but few stories carry the weight of the saints and their relics. In the twilight between fact and faith, saints exist as both holy figures and symbols of divine intervention. But what if the truth is stranger than the legends we know? What if some saints wielded miraculous powers that even the most fervent believers struggle to comprehend? And what if, hidden in dusty chambers and locked away catacombs, there exist relics that still pulse with a mysterious, almost living energy? Picture a medieval abbey perched on a cliff, half swallowed by mist, where a relic, perhaps a simple ancient cup, lies wrapped in a faded silk cloth. It is no ordinary object, and its guardian, a solitary monk, understands this. Over centuries, such relics have absorbed the prayers, hopes, and fervent belief of millions. They've become more than symbols. In places of reverence and silence they rest, seemingly dormant, but some say they are merely waiting, and sometimes these relics choose to make themselves known. There's a chilling tale from a secluded monastery in the Balkans about the heart of Saint Euphemia, a martyr whose life was cut short in the early days of Christianity. Hidden deep within the monastery walls, this relic isn't a mere artifact. It's said that the heart has a faint, almost imperceptible pulse that can be felt by those who dare to approach it. The monks guarding it speak of its holy energy, an aura so powerful that pilgrims have claimed to feel warmth radiating from it, as if touched by Euphemia's spirit herself. Over the centuries, a mystique has grown around this heart, fueling rumors that the faithful who visit it are miraculously cured, illnesses melting away in its presence, as if the heart still channels the saint's compassion and power. This might sound like fantasy, but for centuries, saints' relics have been held in awe. Some of the earliest Christian communities believed that relics carried a tangible connection to the divine, a physical link to a world beyond ours. They're not merely historical artifacts, but living testaments to a higher power. Many of these relics have traveled thousands of miles, passed down through generations, and guarded with lives. They've withstood wars, plagues, and fires, seemingly protected by a force that refuses to let them fade from history. And yet, relics sometimes disappear. Lost to time, hidden by religious orders who understand the value and danger of such objects. Why would they do this? Because in the wrong hands, some relics might hold powers that cannot be explained or controlled. Stories tell of saints' bones that glow in the dark, oils that pour from the tombs of martyrs and smell of roses, or relics that emit a soft, unexplained light. The mere thought sends chills down the spine. Could there be relics that still hold traces of those early miracles? The tale of Saint Euphemia's heart is just one of many. Hidden in the mountains of Italy is a relic known as the Hand of Saint Clare. Legend claims it was removed from her body after death and has since become a beacon of hope for the faithful. It is rumored that during moments of great calamity, the hand emits a soft glow, casting light in the darkest of places. Nuns have sworn that, when held in prayer, this relic responds, a quiet warmth emanating from its bones. They believe it's a call from Clare herself, a divine reassurance that, even in death, she watches over her followers. These relics, scattered across distant monasteries and forgotten vaults, defy the logical mind. But their power isn't merely about supernatural miracles. To the devout, they're reminders of courage, sacrifice, and the enduring spirit of those who lived lives of pure faith. And in a world that often feels devoid of mystery, relics bring back a glimmer of the unknown, inviting us to ponder what lies beyond the material. Could these objects encased in wood and stone truly bridge our world with another? As we peel back layers of time, relics reveal something unsettling. They are not mere remnants of saints. They're gateways to realms that stir both light and darkness within those who seek them. One such relic, shrouded in whispers, is the crucible of Saint Brigid, hidden in a crypt in Ireland. This tarnished chalice, held sacred by a dwindling order of monks, is said to contain healing powers. It is an elixir that can cure any illness if approached with pure faith. Yet it does not bestow gifts freely. Legends claim that those who seek its power without true faith experience a sorrow so deep. It drives some to madness, reminding that these relics demand reverence, not curiosity. Relics are not always benevolent. A darker side exists, rarely spoken of even among scholars. Some relics are said to carry a shadow, a residual energy left by the saint's suffering. The skull of Saint Agnes, hidden by a secretive order in Rome, harbors a faint but chilling power. Those who touch it describe a deep coldness, a sensation of isolation and abandonment. A monk wrote he felt as if the saint herself wept through my fingers. Such stories suggest some relics connect us not only to the divine, but to the most tortured aspects of human experience, offering not comfort, but a reminder of saints' intense trials and doubts. This shadow challenges traditional notions of sainthood. Saints are revered as paragons of virtue, examples of unwavering faith. Yet relics reveal they were human, facing fear, pain, and uncertainty. Relics touched by these struggles are vessels for both the saint's grace and suffering, a duality that makes them powerful, capable of healing or haunting those who encounter them. Relics continue to cast their spell on believers and skeptics alike. Some claim that simply being near one can awaken buried emotions, as if relics act as mirrors. They reflect both the saint's legacy and the soul of the person who encounters them. This may explain why people report profound transformations after visiting relics. Prideful men leave humble, guilt-stricken pilgrims find peace, and those in anger find calm. Relics, in their quiet way, reach across centuries, touching lives in ways we can barely understand. While some relics inspire awe, others bring dread. In the Carpathian Mountains, a piece of Saint Sebastian's spine is rumored to be preserved by a hidden monastery. Legend says this relic doesn't bring divine visions, but visions of death. Monks who have touched it claim to see shadows creeping at the edge of sight. They feel an inexplicable dread and smell the faint odor of blood. The monks say that to be near it is to feel the same fear and pain Saint Sebastian endured. It serves as a reminder of the cost of faith and sacrifice. These tales compel us to ask, what do these relics truly contain? Are they merely objects charged by belief, or do they hold fragments of the saints' souls, bound to this world by suffering and devotion? For their keepers, the answer is clear. They treat relics with reverence, not only as symbols of holiness, but as presences with a will of their own. Monks and nuns who guard them pray with them, speaking to them as sacred companions on their journey. In quiet monasteries, guardians of these relics know they have a will of their own. Some even say the relics choose who they reveal themselves to, who they bless and who they curse. To the unworthy, they are silent and unremarkable. But to those whose hearts are open, they speak, sometimes in whispers, sometimes with visions, and sometimes in a soft touch that leaves a mark on the soul. This reminds us that faith, like these relics, is both a gift and a burden. If you're captivated by these mysteries, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and join us as we uncover more secrets. Let us know, do you believe in the power of relics, or are they relics of the past? Beneath the veil of reverence, those who guard relics know they are not mere objects. They are windows into realms where faith transforms the impossible into reality. But for those who venture too close, there is often a cost. Take the chilling story of St. Margaret's Veil, a fragile cloth stored within a chapel deep in the forests of France. Legend claims this veil, worn on her day of martyrdom, makes anyone who touches it experience visions so vivid they blur with reality. A young novice, overcome by curiosity, touched it and fell into a trance, witnessing scenes of both heaven and hell. She awoke days later, trembling with vacant eyes, muttering prayers. To this day, she has not spoken of what she saw, her silence a haunting testament to the veil's mysterious power. Such experiences have a name, the locus miraculi, places or objects charged with miraculous energy. Miracles, they say, require deep faith and a willing vessel. But some relics seem to possess an independent life force, defying natural laws. They exist beyond the limits of time and space. This poses a dilemma for the religious orders safeguarding these relics. They are not simply historical artifacts. They are both sacred symbols and mysteries lying beyond human understanding. Guardians of these relics bear a sacred duty, entrusted with preserving the delicate boundary between the sacred and the world of the living. This duty has led to the formation of secretive orders and alliances shrouded in mystery. One such group, the Custodians of the Sacred Fire, is said to have been founded by Pope Clement in the 14th century to protect relics deemed too powerful or too dangerous for public eyes. Members of this order are bound by solemn, unbreakable oaths to ensure relics remain out of reach of the unworthy. Some relics, if misused, are believed to have powers that could bring great calamity. A document hidden in the Vatican's archives details an incident in which a relic, rumored to be a piece of St. John the Baptist's shroud, was stolen by a rogue priest. He believed he could harness its power, but he and the relic vanished without a trace, never to be seen again. The lore of saints' relics is not confined to hidden vaults and silent monasteries. Over centuries, kings and emperors pursued these objects, believing they granted divine favor in battle. Charlemagne, for instance, was said to carry a fragment of St. Martin's cloak into battle, convinced it shielded him from harm. Some say relics have indeed influenced the outcomes of wars and changed the fate of nations, as if divine forces had intervened. These stories raise a question that still lingers. Can relics truly alter history? Could fragments of saints, imbued with the faith of millions, shape events in ways beyond explanation? The answer, perhaps, lies not in the relics themselves, but in the power of belief they inspire. These objects serve as conduits for the collective hopes, fears, and faith of humanity. They embody a force that transcends the tangible, a force rooted in the unseen and the intangible. And for those who encounter them, the experience is real, visceral, and often life-altering. Accounts from pilgrims tell of visions, voices, and an overwhelming sense of peace or terror upon contact with a relic, as if the relics respond to their deepest desires and fears, granting glimpses of a realm beyond human understanding. And so, these mysteries remain hidden. Relics rest in silent chapels, dark crypts, and forgotten sanctuaries, waiting for those deemed worthy to find them. Their keepers know they are unpredictable as they are powerful. In their quiet presence, there is always the risk of awakening forces beyond control, forces that blur the line between the sacred and the unknown, between faith and fear. In the shadows of history, saints' relics stand as more than holy objects. They are windows to a world we barely understand. Could it be that these relics, bound by centuries of reverence, contain fragments of a power that transcends time and space? Or are they perhaps echoes of the saints themselves, lingering in our world through those who protected and revered them? Consider the Shroud of Turin, thought by many to be the burial cloth of Christ. For centuries, scientists and theologians alike have examined it, hoping to reveal its secrets. Some claim the faint image on the fabric is the result of a supernatural event, an imprint left by a burst of divine energy at the moment of resurrection. Others argue that the image is a forgery, a medieval artifact meant to captivate the faithful. Yet no definitive answer has emerged. The shroud remains an enigma, drawing pilgrims and skeptics alike, each seeking a glimpse of the truth behind it. And the shroud is not alone. The spear of destiny, believed to be the lance that pierced Christ's side, carries an equally heavy legacy. Possession of this relic, some say, grants unmatched power, but with a dark price. Legends swirl around it, suggesting that rulers sought the spear, convinced it would secure victories and dominion. But each of its wielders met a bitter end, leaving only shattered dreams and failed ambitions. Was it coincidence, or could the spear itself carry a warning, a reminder that divine relics are not mere tools of earthly power? These stories urge us to ask, what if relics are more than symbols? What if they are timeless reminders, calling humanity to humility, compassion, and faith? In a quiet Italian village, there's the cloak of St. Francis. Each year, on the anniversary of St. Francis's death, locals bring out the cloak in a simple ceremony. They say that touching it brings overwhelming peace, as though St. Francis himself urges them toward kindness. The cloak is no longer just fabric. It has become a living reminder to embrace humility and love, a powerful message that transcends centuries. For many, relics are more than artifacts. They are connections to something beyond understanding. They offer comfort to those who seek, healing to those in pain, and guidance to those in doubt. Faith is often described as the bridge between the mortal and the divine, and relics are stones along this bridge. They connect us to a legacy of sacrifice, love, and hope, guiding us as we move forward in our own lives. Yet relics remind us of an unsettling truth. Faith is as mysterious as it is powerful. Just as relics inspire hope, they demand respect, humility, and perhaps even fear. They are fragments of lives marked by profound devotion, bearing within them something that cannot be fully understood or explained. What would it be like to hold such a relic, to feel the weight of centuries of devotion, to sense the presence of something beyond our world? The mystery of relics remains unsolved, and perhaps that is their true power. They leave us questioning, reaching, and seeking to understand forces beyond our control, inviting us to explore the unseen and the sacred, and reminding us that not everything can be explained by science or reason. Perhaps that, in itself, is the greatest miracle of all. As we conclude this journey through the secrets of the saints, the untold miracles, and the lost relics, let these stories serve as more than tales from the past. Let them inspire us to find meaning in the mysteries around us and to seek out the miraculous within our own lives. If this journey has left you inspired, please don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. What do you believe about the power of relics, and do they still hold a place in our modern lives? Thank you for joining us in this exploration of the unseen and the sacred.